So let me go ahead and switch it over to you so that they can see your lovely face. So this, ladies and gentlemen, this is Laura Delamonico, and she is the founder of Nationwide Nursing, like I was telling you about. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with some of the questions so we don't fall too far behind. So how did you first find out about this broadcast? What happened, and how did you find out about it?
Well, I'm on multiple groups on Facebook, and Mom posted about it on Breastfeeding Moms Fight Back, which is part of the Breastfeeding Mama Talk network. And she sent me the video to share, and I shared it with the page and decided that it was definitely something that needed our attention and needed a nurse in. So I brought Jill in on it and showed her the video because she's one of the admins on the Nationwide Nursing page, and she decided that she'd be able to take on the responsibility of creating the nursing for this event, and she took off with it and did great and contacted a bunch of different groups, and we have an unprecedented joining of all of most of the biggest breastfeeding groups on Facebook, which is awesome. We all got to join forces together. It's great.
That is really awesome. I want to just really quickly let the people know who are watching, all our viewers, if you don't have Laura on your larger side of your screen, you should be able to just click on her video and it should bring her up larger on your screen, all right, so that you can get a good look at her. Okay, and so tell me about how it made you feel when you watched this video. You know, when you first saw it, what was your initial feeling and what was your reaction?
My initial feeling was I was very insulted. I mean, these women were taking such an important issue so lightly, using cartoons and showing a door slamming on a breastfeeding mom, which is horribly offensive, and the basic women shaming women again. It's so sad. I fight so hard for breastfeeding to be acceptable that to see it, you know, on national television being just made fun of basically with cartoons is just really hard and insulting.
I agree. It was very disheartening to watch something that was portrayed on national television, if not international now, because so many people have seen this video now. You know, it just says a lot about our society here in America and how breastfeeding mothers are being treated. Excuse me. So tell me about how you helped with the organization of this event.
So after I contacted Jill about wanting to create the nursing event, she took off and did it, and she formed all of the different bonds with all of the different groups, and she really did most of the work. I just publicized it on the Nationwide Nursing page as much as I could, and tried to get as many other groups on Facebook to share it as possible. And you know, through collaborative effort, we were able to get a bunch of groups involved. I also shared the event with as many news networks as I could to try to get some attention to it.
Awesome. That's awesome. Okay, and so I want to give you an opportunity to do some shameless plugging of your awesome organization, what you're starting and everything. So I just want to give everybody the link verbally. Look her up on Facebook. She's got a closed group to keep the integrity of the group at a good standing. We know that there's a lot of creepers on these breastfeeding pages and a lot of trolls. Shame on you. So we know about you guys, and we're checking on you guys, and she's doing a really great job at keeping them out of her closed group. For the group, you can head over to Facebook and check her out. It's Nationwide Nursing. You can type it in the search bar, or you can go directly to the link. It's www.facebook.com/groups and then /Nationwide Nursing. So tell us a little bit about Nationwide Nursing.
Well, it started when I, first started breastfeeding, and I saw a bunch of moms posting on Facebook about how they were being discriminated against in public. And I didn't understand why that would happen, because, I grew up in an area where breastfeeding was totally accepted and just something people did, in the area. It's a pretty hippie area if you've ever been to Boulder, Colorado, but I'd never run into breastfeeding discrimination before. And
take your time. I know you're latching your baby.
I am. She just decided to nurse.
Yay!
Yay!
Booby babies.
Yeah, but I saw the discrimination and I thought, that's ridiculous. There's got to be laws that protect this, and there definitely are laws, and there are laws in every single state except for Idaho, which we're trying really hard to change. And I thought, people just don't know about these laws. So the intention of the Nationwide Nursing is to bring attention to the public breastfeeding laws so women aren't discriminated against in public anymore, because people are aware of the laws and aren't as naive, I guess.
Right. No, definitely. I think that this is a great vision that you have, especially coming from a place where it was always accepted for you to turn around and now look out for moms who are in a place where it may not be accepted. I think that that's very honorable, and I'm very excited about the work that you're doing, and I'm really proud to be able to support you. So thank you for sharing with us, Laura. I really appreciate that. It looks like we are still waiting on Jill. I'm not sure if she has been able to get back on. Jill, if you can hear me, I sent you a message with a link on your messenger. So hopefully you get that. Hopefully we can get you on, and hopefully we can see this nursing happening live. Just kind of waiting on that. I don't know if she has access because she's actually in the taping, so I don't know if they're going to actually let her and allow her to use her cell phone. So that was one thing that we did not completely consider. However, she is here messaging with me. I just haven't heard from her in a few minutes, so she might be being told to put her cell phone away. So I'm going to go back to some of these talking points here. And I think I'm going to just, for a few seconds, just talk about, how this affected me personally. Oh, I have one quick thing. So I just really want to remind everybody watching to thank, when you see positive breastfeeding stories that come out in the media, to really take the time to thank the writer. Really take the time to thank the people who are helping us to push this movement forward. Without the press, people really wouldn't know what's going on. I mean, yes, on Facebook, there's a lot of support. However, we have an issue with having a lot of trolls on a lot of our posts. So, unless we choose to censor, which some of us do, and delete the comments from people that are not supportive, it can turn into more of like an argument online as opposed to something that's positive and something that's uplifting for breastfeeding families. And so I just want to say, really make sure, like, if you see a really good article come out from especially the larger news news outlets, you definitely want to take a moment to sorry about that. I forgot to switch myself over. You definitely want to take a moment and say thank you and ask them to continue doing a good job and help us to continue pushing this movement forward. Okay. So we'll come back to Jill. No, she is. Yeah, I still haven't heard from her. Okay. So is the question and answer open? Oops. Did I? Oh, I don't think I was able to undisable. So I couldn't disable. I couldn't enable. I had disabled the question and answer thing from the beginning because I didn't want us to be overfilled with questions. And now I don't think I can enable it after we've gotten started, which is kind of a bummer. Let me see if there's any other apps that can do that.
People could post questions to the event page.
Yes, so you can actually go onto Facebook if you want to post a question. Laura's going to be on the event page, and she can, maybe you can you copy and paste them over to our chat here on the actual, so I can see them?
Definitely.
Yes? Sorry, I can't hear you very well. Okay. Cool. A nod works all the time. So she will be taking your questions. If you want to go ahead and head over to Facebook and look up the Nursing at the Today Show event, you can post them on the wall, and she will send them on over, and then we'll kind of try and answer any questions that we can. Just want to remind anybody who's new watching that this is our first podcast, so we are working out the kinks. All right, so let's see, what else did I want to do here? Okay, so when I first came across this video, it was on the Nationwide Nursing group. I saw the video, and it took me a few seconds to realize like what had happened. But the funny thing is, I got a notification before that that was tagging me and saying, you know, you should contact Vanessa Simmons of Normalize Breastfeeding because what you guys are doing is wrong. And it was all about what they had said, but I hadn't seen the video yet. And so I was kind of like, wait, what did I miss? Like, you know, how social media goes. Once something blows up, it's like, wait. If you didn't hear about it right when it happened, you're still trying to, you know, backtrack and figure out what's going on. So that's kind of what happened with me. And once I found out, and then I went over to the Nationwide Nursing page, I happened to see the video, and I was like, oh no, this is not good. We definitely need to do something, put something together. And Jill was already on it. She got everybody together. She was able to really push this forward. And with writing the press release and being able to contact different breastfeeding pages and help bring in all of that support, it really made a huge difference. And so my initial reaction was, you know, I was shocked. And then on the hindsight, I said, well, hey, you know, you guys are justifying my media campaign. I mean, the whole reason that I'm even doing what I'm doing is because of those type of comments. It's because of people making these comments that do not support breastfeeding, and not even that don't support breastfeeding, but support a human right. You know, this is a mother and a child. And if there was no other food in the world, they would have breast milk. That is what they could survive on. I know that you guys probably heard of the woman who got lost in the forest a couple weeks ago, and she drank her own breast milk to survive. Like, I mean, come on, this is something that we should not be fighting against, and we should not be taking so lightly, like Laura said, to dumb it down to the use of animation and making it seem like it's TMI, and it's one of those type of things where you can just kind of throw it around, you know. Moms who are dedicated to breastfeeding that want to last, whether it's 1 week or 3 years, they're dedicated to that amount of time. They lose sleep. They do the best that they can. They deal with horrible latches, especially if it's their first baby. They have no clue what they're doing. And they also just, they end up in a position where the baby is always first. The baby is always ahead of them, and they don't just pass the baby on. So it shouldn't be something that is not looked down upon, but something that is kind of just taken so lightly, to just kind of throw it across, put it out on the table, on national morning television for anybody else to say, oh yeah, we shouldn't have moms breastfeeding in public, when in reality there are laws across the country that protect us to breastfeed our children. Idaho, we're coming for you. You guys need to get it together. We're working on that right now too. I'm working with another mom from Idaho as well. And so definitely, it was one of those type of things that I felt like, this needed immediate attention, and I wanted to support in any way that I could. So I'm glad that we're able to do this podcast. Let's check in with Jill. Oh, still no Jill. Okay, let me see if I'm going to try and call her on Messenger, and we'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe she'll show up. Hopefully her phone didn't die, or they didn't make her turn it off. Okay, so let's call Jill. All right.
Hello?
Jill, it's Vanessa. I've got you live on the podcast.
Hey.
I'm
that's great. I was about to post a video to the event, but I'm so glad to be talking to everyone on the podcast. How are you guys? Good?
We're doing...
But I guess everyone's good.
No, it's totally fine. Have you been able to get to the link? Do you think you can jump on really quick?
I did, but it's not working for me. The video
Okay.
part.
Okay. Oh, did you see the little... Did you see the little video icon where you can turn on and off your own video?
Oh, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that real fast.
Okay, try that. Okay. Sounds good. All right, bye-bye. Little quality control here, guys. Okay, so hopefully we'll have her on in the next few seconds. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my little control settings here too to make sure that she's on and good. Yes, Laura, cool. I see that you muted yourself. That's awesome. I'm sure you've got baby and cooing and stuff going on in the background. My poor little guy is sick right now, so hopefully he wakes up to nurse, but he might not. Hopefully I don't get thrown up on. But those are part of the things that happen when you're breastfeeding. So okay, we're waiting for Jill. I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk about so while we're waiting for her to come on, I'm going to do a shameless plug for myself here. For Normalize Breastfeeding, we have a big event that's coming up very quickly. We actually have named June 27th, the International Day to Normalize Breastfeeding. Yay! So it's pretty exciting. I contacted the mayor's office of San Diego. Yes, Jill's on.
All right. Hey, everybody. I think we've got people.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, I'll get back to that statement in a second. We're going to go live to Jill at the Nursing. I'm going to bring you up here, Jill. Awesome. We can see you great, and we can hear you great. Can you show us the breastfeeding moms? Are there any moms with you?
There are.
Wow. Hi, guys. This is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this. This is so awesome. Can you show it? Can you show us all of you guys again? One more time. Awesome. This is so cool. All right, so I'm just taking a few pictures. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Okay, sure. So I know that they just threw on the air right now, but we're here. We're at the corner. I tried to get a very good spot. They came out already to film a couple of spots, and I noticed that they glossed right over us. There was a producer who came out who looked at the signs, and I showed my sign. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. But when they walked past us, it was the correspondent. I don't know her name. She's got brown hair. She's very pregnant, and I thought she might want to show a video of a baby. So I said, baby, 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 here. And she still didn't come over. She passed right over me. So I think we are, we're not going to be told to leave or anything, but I think we're officially blacklisted. We also had signs confiscated, and these ladies can tell you more about that too.
Hi. Yeah, I actually brought 2 signs to, to promote breastfeeding and normalizing breastfeeding. And just because it said breast and boob on the sign, they had confiscated both of them before we walked in.
Wow. What's your name?
My name is Lisa.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share?
What would you like to share?
I'm just here. I had my coffee. It's a good day. It's a great day for supporting breastfeeding.
It is. Thank you so much.
My daughter's hungry, so I can move it up.
Thanks, everybody. And we really appreciate everybody that's online who I know there's a ton of you that want to be here, and if you could get here at the last minute, you would. But we feel your support. We really do. And if there are people out there that are in New York City, there is still plenty of space. Please come. We would love to see you and hang out. And even if you can't get on TV, that's okay. We'd still love to hang out with you.
That's awesome, Jill. So, Jill, can you tell me really quickly what went through your mind when you first saw the broadcast of the video?
So maybe more people will look that up and see what it means. So make sure you hashtag everything Today Plaza and also hashtag Breastfeed because we have a sign that says Breastfeed.
Awesome. We will do that. That is noted. Can you tell me a little bit about what went through your mind when you first saw their broadcast on Thursday morning?
I was a little bit fed up. I feel like this is constantly happening. Like it's just become a part of our culture to shame moms, which is really sad because we already have enough to worry about, as opposed to how we feed our kids. I mean, there are a million different ways you can feed your kids, and I feel like breastfeeding is the only one that people think it's okay to shame people for. We're just trying to do the best for our kids, and I felt like people were trying to make out something that is normal and natural that you wouldn't notice unless you're paying really close attention to be something bad. It's not. I'm here in the plaza. I'm here in New York City with my kid. I don't have to worry about him. It's me, myself, and my little purse, and that's it. It's a beautiful thing that we can do that. So basically I was kind of shocked because the Today Show is a mainstream program. I love it. I think that it's a wonderful show, and I was sorely disappointed. I really am. I mean, I don't know. I felt very personally hurt.
Yeah, they have a very, very wide reach, as far as who they're talking to on a daily basis. Just the people that are tuning into them every day, and so it's really difficult to see something like that come from such a well-known show, 2 very well-known women, and of course women. Like, come on, can we get some women support?
Women, and they are moms too. There are so many moms, correspondents who watch the show, and they have a whole section about parenting. So you know that parents are coming and watching and trying to get advice, and if they pass off this message that breastfeeding is somehow TMI, What are teenagers supposed to think? Are they supposed to think that they cannot breastfeed their kids? I don't know. I don't know.
And you know what I think is something really important to consider as well. Being a mom, I'm a mom who also has bottle fed and supplemented with formula with my second child. But I can definitely tell you this: if they made that type of a comment for a mom who was bottle, I don't care if it was breast milk formula, whatever. If they made that same type of comment, I would be just as upset, because no mom should have to feel like they're being put in a position, put into a corner, whether they're covering, whether they're not covering, whether they're bottle feeding, whether they're breastfeeding. This is not right, you know, and I think that it definitely needs to be addressed. We definitely need to see an apology come from them. Just to breastfeeding moms in general, and to moms in general, because that shaming, that bashing, it's just not acceptable, especially on national television, you know.
Oh, we got a camera coming. Hold on.
Can you turn it? Yeah, turn it around. Yes. This is so awesome.
My son is trying to grab the phone out of my hand.
Oh, okay.
He thinks it's a blast. He's having so much fun. I'm gonna have one of our supporters hold the phone.
Okay.
If you don't mind, that was great.
No, that's totally fine. Thank you.
Sure, just for a little bit. Because they have the camera there. Yeah. And there's a chance we could get on TV, so that's always good.
Awesome. Take your time.
Yeah.
Nurse, if you need to.
Look at all your teeth.
Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna take a picture. There's so many people there.
You're tall. I am not tall. You're short.
So Jill, I'm gonna go ahead and mute your microphone, and I'm gonna talk a little bit. If you see somebody coming over that wants to interview, just make. Oh, I see the camera there.
Did you hear her?
I didn't.
She said she's gonna mute your microphone if you see somebody else wants to be interviewed. She says just like
Unmute.
no.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I have muted her microphone. Wow, this is pretty awesome. I'm really excited to just see all this happening. This podcast is working out great so far. Minor technical difficulties, but we're hanging in there. I think it's going to be great. So while we're waiting to see if Jill's going to get on TV, just want to go ahead and to talk a little bit about taking the pledge to normalize breastfeeding. So the International Day to Normalize Breastfeeding is on June 27th. And what we are doing is having mamas share their pledge. And if you just go to Facebook and you search Take the Pledge, you'll see, I'm going to actually, let's see, are they putting her on? Oh, it looks like they're putting her on. Hold on one second. Not so sure. Okay. How do I turn this back? Oh. Are you getting on?
My I'll take
the one.
Can you do that?
Okay. Are they putting
the hashtag she has.
on the TV?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. I can hear you just fine. Are they going to put you on, or were they trying to interview you?
Just filmed a crowd shot and they started with us.
Wow, awesome. Did they tell you when this is going to be broadcasted?
I'm sorry?
Did they tell you when this will be broadcasted?
I didn't hear what you said. I should have gotten it near my...
No, it's totally fine. Did they tell you when this is going to actually be broadcasted?
Not any time. They didn't tell us an exact time between the 7 to 9 slot. I don't know. Oh, it's 7:52 Eastern right now, so it'll be sometime within the next hour.
Oh, okay, awesome, awesome. Sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna put you back on mute, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so looks like we got on TV also. Probably not talking, but just our presence there is amazing. Such an amazing effort that's come from Jill DiLorenzo to get up there and get this group of moms together to nurse their babies on the Today Show. So thank you so much, Jill, for that. I really appreciate all of your hard work. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my screen as I take you here. Let's see. I think I'm going to do an entire screen. So I'm just going to be sharing with you about the Take the Pledge event. And so if you go to Facebook and you just go, yes? Somebody say my name?
Mom just posted that she saw the Breastfeed sign on the Today Show right before a commercial break just now.
This is awesome. Really? Tell her if you saw her post it, just go ahead and tell her to hashtag it right now. Add that hashtag. Normalize.
She did.
Oh, awesome. Ask her if she can add the Normalize BFing hashtag as well so we can follow her. Okay. So if you go over to the Take the Pledge event, you can see here that it's going to be on June 27th. So you still have time to get a t-shirt if you want one. But you can basically just join and post one of these two images. So we've got the I pledge to nurse or pump whenever necessary to nourish my baby, toddler, or child with breast milk as often as possible until we are ready to stop. And then we also have the support pledge, which is I pledge to support moms to nurse or pump whenever necessary to nourish their children or their baby, toddler, or child with breast milk as often as possible until they are ready to stop. And so I actually, I'm really excited about both of these. They come in pretty good quality. If you just save them directly, you can go to options and just download it, and you'll be able to post it up on your own page or post it here on our event page. That way your friends will see it and see the event that you're a part of. And so we ask that you guys would get involved and invite your friends so we can help spread the word about International Day to Normalize Breastfeeding. So that's my shameless plug for the day. And I'm going to go back here and turn off my screen sharing. Am I not presenting? Oh no, I'm not presenting. Did anybody see anything that I was saying? Maybe not. Let's see. All I was going to try and show you guys was on Facebook. So hopefully you guys can see this. Let's see, am I presenting to everyone? Let's present to everyone. So yeah, if you just go to Facebook and you go to Take the Pledge to International Day to Normalize Breastfeeding, you guys can get involved with our upcoming event. Okay, so that is my shameless plug. I'm going to stop presenting to everyone. I am back, and one last one. Under my jacket, I have on my t-shirt. So make sure you guys get a chance to go on there and get your shirt. If you order before June 4th, you'll be able to get it before June 27th and share your Breastfeed or just your selfie. So, okay, so I'm excited to see who is posting about this. I'm so excited to hear that you guys got on TV. So in closing statements, let me pull up my notes here because we're almost finished here. I just want to say a special thank you to the guest speakers, Laura Delamonico. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. I'm unmuting your mics so that you can say any last words if you want to, but thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. I really appreciate your patience and dedication with this new software.
Thank you for organizing this. I'm really glad that we got to do this live. It's so exciting. It's so much more exciting than just sitting at home waiting to see what happens.
Right. Cool. I'm so excited that you're excited. I think it's going to make it more exciting for everyone else. I want to thank Jill as well. Oh, this is Laura. Sorry, I didn't click over. So that's Laura. Bye. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help. Hi, baby. Thank you so much for being so patient, little one. I know, you're sleepy. I know. It's time for bed. Okay, and Jill, I just want to say thank you to you as well. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for planning this event. It has been amazing. We're just so grateful. And I'm just going to ask that all the groups that you reached out to, that you can go ahead and share this video with them so that everyone can see it live. I really appreciate all that you're doing. And all of you moms that came out, thank you so much. Thank you. It only continues to show people that we have that support and that moms are going to stick together when it comes to breastfeeding. It looks like, are you guys getting ready to get back on TV or get ready to close up? Does it look like you guys are leaving? I don't know if she can hear me. Jill?
Yeah. Hey. Right?
So I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything that you've done, all of your efforts. If you can share this video with the with the breastfeeding groups that helped you to get all the support going, definitely do that so they can see you live and see this amazing support that you have from all these other moms. And thank you so much to all of the moms that are there. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you for taking the time to come out and be a part. We really appreciate your support.
Thank you, Vanessa, for doing the podcast and the YouTube.
And giving us a voice. Thank you so much for giving us a voice and be able to be a part of this.
Thank you so much.
Oh, they're filming in the plaza, so we're gonna here. I'll have you film. Yeah.
That's totally fine, ladies. We're gonna go ahead and cut this short. Just with the closing statements, I wanted to make sure everybody is hashtagging today Plaza Normalize BFING. Let me mute the microphone, Joe. And also hashtagging nursing at the Today Show. And also make sure that you follow us. I am on Facebook at normalizebreastfeeding.org, and then on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest at normalizebfing. So thanks so much, you guys, for coming out and being a part of this. Thank you to everyone who said that they were going to be here. Even if you guys didn't make it, you'll still get to watch it on YouTube. I'm really excited about what's to come. So thanks so much, everyone, and look forward to the next episode. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. And happy Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to everyone for your service who's in the military. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.